Hello everybody, Mark Major here. This is the Action Figuratorium, and some of you have figured out by now that I'm a real big collector of toys, but in collecting toys you sometimes need to get rid of a few to make room for new toys. And so I like to do a show every month called Catch and Release, in which I go through 10 items from my personal collection that I will be giving back into the wild through the magic of eBay. I wish you guys could stick around for this, so strap on the leather and hold on tight. So the first thing that you need to know about this catch and release show and my eBay auctions is my eBay username. If you're trying to find these items and you want to just follow me in general, I go under the name of Coolbots with a Z. That is a story that goes back to 2001, and we're not going to tell that story here. Also, that story is not very good. The second thing is these are all Dutch auctions. What does that mean exactly? Well, it means that if, in the case of the buy it nows, they do not sell, which, I mean, you know, eventually they'll sell. But if they do not sell right away, I slowly drop the price a little bit, sort of each week, until eventually they're gone. And the final thing is, if you do watch the Catch and Release show, and you end up buying something from me, through the power of eBay in the notes section when you make a payment, let me know that you watched the show, and I will include for you, with your item, a very, very special tchotchke. All right, let's get started. The first thing that we have up is this. This is made by Schleich. This is 2012. This is technically a figurine, although it does have a moving jaw. The jaw does move. This thing has an incredible amount of lifelike detail. And if you are somebody who is doing a bit of action figure photography, you could not go wrong. This thing looks amazing when you put it in a little jungle environment. It photographs really well. In fact, here's kind of a close-up of it so you can see. This is a cool piece. Currently asking $20. That includes the shipping on it. It's kind of heavy, but not that heavy. It's under a pound, but it's a good sizable chunk. It's about, from beginning to end, it's about 12 inches. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. That thing was awesome, but it only gets better. How about this guy? This is an Marvel Legends Icons Beast in gray rather than blue. I think this guy is like 2006 or 2007. Anyways, this guy is about 12 inches or so tall. He's pretty thick and beefy. It's a big, huge hunk of plastic, but he looks really amazing. He has a ton of detail, and this guy also photographs really well. This is a cool piece. We're going to start with $30 on this, which I know some of you are wincing because I'm wincing. However, if it's too much, you hang out, you wait, eventually it'll come down to the price you want, which is probably about 20 bucks. Okay, I'm going to move on to something a little weirder. This is Transformers. These are some type of Supreme class, Prime, Unicron type things. They turn into planets. They're that kind of thing. They're pretty big, and I have two of them. One of them is missing one of the little pieces in the back that when it turns into a planet, it's got a little thing that it's gone, but the other one is complete. There are some other little doodads that go on top that I don't have, but for the most part, these two guys are ready to go, along with the 3D printed key from my heart to you, currently at $90. I happen to know for a fact that if somebody were to offer $50, you would get both of these guys with the key, and I would throw in a very, very special tchotchke of another Transformers that I have around that would then become yours. So moving on to this. This is a 1/12 scale 1958 Corvette in blue. This is made by a company called Salido. This is pretty cool. The top actually comes off. I think I have another shot of, you can kind of see with the top off and the doors open and you can see inside and the trunk, etc. So if you're looking for something to maybe do something with action figures in the 1/12 scale, this is pretty good. It's not particularly huge, so you're not gonna, you know, I mean, it's kind of like a 58 Corvette. It was a small car to begin with, so you're not gonna be able to get like an Incredible Hulk in there, but you could easily get the Target exclusive Black Widow in there. Would look super cool. Anyways, I think that this is kind of a cool piece. This is currently $90 free shipping. It is big, it is heavy, it's soon to be yours. All right, we're gonna move on to the next. This is some vintage collection, 4-inch guys, Star Wars, Clone Troopers. This is parts fodder. This is a Evolution Trooper on the left. There's an Airborne Trooper in the middle, and then there's just some generic Trooper on the right. And these guys are missing hands. The hands aren't broken off. You would just have to get other Clone Trooper hands, which some people might have a pile of, and you would have complete figures. Or you could just mix and match the parts and use them however you want. It's up to you. Selling them for parts fodder. 3 of them, $20. And not afraid to drop the price until you own them. All right, we're going to move on to the next item. Does anybody know who the plaid stallions are? And it's okay if you don't. It's a podcast and website that this guy, I think his name is Brian, does. He goes under the name Brick Mantooth, though. I have a Brick Mantooth action figure. You can find a picture of it on my Instagram. Anyways, he also, in addition to doing a lot of fun, cool retro toys that he will sort of self-publish, he also does some cool trading cards, Plaid Stallions trading cards. This is 10 of them, and we're starting at $4 each, so that puts you at $40. However, prepared to drop it to $3 each if you feel that that's what it takes to move the needle. And of course, the tchotchke for this is very special. It includes some other cool trading cards that I happen to have on hand. All right, moving on. This is a Godzilla monster. This is not Godzilla himself. This is one of those other, you know, sidekicks that they would throw in like some of those Japanese movies where there's like 4 or 5 different monsters going totally apeshit. I forget this guy's exact pronunciation. It's like Anguirus, I think, is something like that. Anyways, he's kind of like a spiky figure. I can't remember if this guy is hollow or if just the thing on the back is hollow, but you know, he's kind of like a thing that would be cool for one of those clone troopers to ride around. So we're going to go $15 on this guy. I think $13 is the magic point. We'll find out. Okay, here is something that is a bit of a bummer for me. I picked this up at a thrift store. I thought it might be good. This is trash. I do not want this. I'm getting rid of it. I am asking $17 for what is Marvel's answer to the Wonder Twins. This is Alpha Flight. These are not good figures. These are bad figures. No one should have these figures, but maybe you collect this stuff and maybe you don't have these and maybe you need them and maybe $17 is the cheapest one out there. I kind of think so because I looked and I just found the cheapest one and priced it like $1 lower so that these could end up directly from my heart to you. All right, we got 2 more to go. Does anybody remember Stikfas? If not, I made a video called What Are Stikfas, in which I talk about what the Stikfas are. Essentially, they're little generic action figures that you put together, and they're great for stop motion or really any kind of thing. They're kind of cool. They're not bad. They need a lot of help from some kits and stuff like that, you know, some clothing kits and accessories and stuff to make them work. But not a bad toy. So a lot of people wish they'd kind of bring them back. Here are 4 brand new in pack, and these are the old packages, right? Before they went to the cardboard boxes, when Hasbro went totally ham on these things. So this is when they're in the clear packs. These are kind of cool. These are collector pieces, in my opinion, especially with them all sort of new on the sprue, as it were. And this is going to go for, I think I started at $50. I think I listed this and I've already dropped it to $40. So it's like $10 each, which is a great deal on a Stikfa. All right, last thing. A lot of people have been asking, where is the good stuff? Is this the good stuff? This could be. If you're into old school G.I. Joe, this is called the MPC. Forget what that stands for. Doesn't matter. It's just some big dumb truck. Of course, I am missing the little window shield in the front and the turret in the back, but it's a thrift store rescue. This thing would have went in the trash, okay? This is kind of a clod to ship, so this thing is currently priced at $30. I think that this is really a $25 deal, and the person who buys it, I think, is going to customize it into something cool because that is what I would do, and if no one buys it, that's definitely what I'm going to do. So that is the 10 items for this month's catch and release. I think these are all winners, guys, and I think if you're going to jump on the train of some of these, I think you should go sooner than later. So with that, I wish everyone the best of luck, and, you know, we'll see you around.